YouTube channel. Welcome to the first video of 2022. I've taken a bit of a break over the Christmas New Year's period, but here we are and we're back and ready to start reefing in the new year. So there's a lot that's looking like it's going to happen this year. I'm aware of heaps of new product releases that are scheduled for this year, from lights to new ecosystems and all kinds of new gadgetry. I think this year we're going to see a lot of mature products starting to be released in ecosystems that for the longest period have maybe kind of been considered a little bit beta or buggy. So think of all the ecosystems that are providing automated testing, all the ecosystems that are expanding their offering beyond just say maybe one core product like a light or a dosing pump or skimmer. The companies seem to be all aligning around this idea of an ecosystem, and I think that's going to be primarily the battle for your hard-earned dollars this year, is which ecosystem is best and which one gets the most mature the most quickly. Over in the States, I'm aware that BRS is kind of buying everything. They've recently acquired Ecotech and Neptune, and there's probably a lot more acquisitions on the way. It's going to be interesting to see what effect that has on the international market as well as the US market, because traditionally BRS has not been an international distributor, and they're now, I guess, in some form getting into that business because they're buying companies that do distribute internationally. Is that going to be good or bad for Australia? I have no idea, but we'll be following it nonetheless. Putting the tech and gear side of the hobby aside, there's big changes in regulatory requirements here in Australia. So lots of speculation and not so much speculation as well, more maybe fact around collection restrictions on the Great Barrier Reef. That's going to have an impact on the availability of fish and coral, not just in Australia, but globally. However, there's a good side to that as well, which is that the mariculture and aquaculture industries are hopefully going to pick up the slack, and we're going to see some huge adoption of Australian aquacultured and tank-grown corals being available globally, which represents some of the best corals in the world. So yeah, the fragging scene in Australia, I think, is going to start booming. We're also seeing a lot of captive bred fish in Australia, where previously there's been a big reliance on wild caught. So maybe that transition might start to happen as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Additionally, the local fish shop scene in Australia is always ever changing. I'm aware of at least 2 shops that are moving to new locations, so that's pretty exciting. You know, a move to a new location is always going to involve some turbulence initially with the setup. Moving big tanks is not easy, let alone moving an entire shop full of tanks. But as with the move, they're always usually going to bigger and better things. So I'm excited to see that. I'm not going to name names yet because I'm not sure if all of the details have been ironed out, and I'm not sure if it's officially public yet, the knowledge of which shops are moving and which ones aren't. But if you're interested, I'm sure you can do a bit of sleuthing around the Australian Facebook groups and find out who's who. Also, my LFS, my most close and local one that I know I've covered a lot on my channel, which is Reef Galleria, has just reopened the cafe side of their business, and it's doing cafe with a spin now. There's Thai milk tea and assorted Thai drinks available, as well as the traditional coffee fare and stuff like that. So that's really exciting that shop's getting back to its roots of being the hybrid of both aquarium and cafe. So I'll be covering that as well for sure pretty soon. In terms of what's happening with my tank, well, heaps. So let me show you. You can see here that the tank, in my opinion, is looking pretty awesome. A lot of the corals that started as tiny frags are not so tiny frags anymore. Like, things are encrusting, things are growing. I just did a bit of maintenance on it yesterday, where I was dealing with some coral warfare and had to cut some things up and move them around to prevent them killing each other. That's why this area just here is looking a little worse for wear. This was my Montipora garden, but the cherry tree Monty was definitely the dominant one. As you can see, it's spread all over and it was killing its neighbors. So I moved one neighbor to there, another one to there, and another one to there. So the Monty garden is now a bit more spread out, and hopefully will be a bit more peaceful without them killing each other. I've also glued down some new frags. You can see there's just SBS frags everywhere on this area of the tank, and some of them are growing really, really well. The more mature side of my tank, this side, which is what got transferred from my previous setup, is looking fantastic as well. And you know, this huge bird's nest colony, I don't know what to do with it. It's starting to block light from everything around it. I'm probably going to have to hack it up, I think, and maybe give away some big pieces of it, because I think it might be getting to the point where it's a bit too dominant in the overall landscape of the tank. But yeah, we'll see. I'm really liking this pink one here too, which is getting to a really good size down low. Bird's nest corals are really, really good SBS for beginners, because they can tolerate low light conditions. Like this one down here has grown this big and has always been down low in the tank, getting fairly low par. So, and there's another piece of it there obviously too. But they will also tolerate high light, like this bird's nest coral, which is the biggest colony in my tank and is also probably in the strongest par in the tank, being directly underneath a Kessel A360X with narrow beam reflector, and fairly high up in the tank. All the fish are doing well. We've got the big blue tang, we've got the purple tang, we've got yellow tang, convict tang. There's two of these Melanaris wrasse. There's one here and one here. And there's my 6-line zooming in through there. One of my clowns, the other one is back behind the bit of Dallas back there. What else have we got in here? There's 5 Dispar Antheas and 1 Ventralis Anthea in the tank at the moment, although they're all hiding because I brought the camera out. There's a Royal Gramma. I have a Mandarin in there somewhere, but good luck finding it. I did see it yesterday, so I know it's in there, but he's really good at hiding. And then there's the coral banded shrimp and some peppermint shrimp and a pistol shrimp in there somewhere as well. But yeah, all the livestock's doing really well. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the tank. It's doing fantastic. You can see my greenery is starting to spread along the top, which is looking cool. And that's, I guess, it for the tank update. I won't go into all of the stuff under the hood today in this video. If you want to check out more information about what's happening underneath the tank, probably look at my last vlog update. I think I went into more detail on that, or any of the deep dives into any particular piece of equipment that I've done. If there's something in particular you want me to cover, put that in the comments down below. But yeah, overall, this is just a quick video introduction into reefing in 2020. I'm excited. Let me know what you're excited about for the next 12 months of reefing. And yeah, thanks for coming on the journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, keep on reefing.